Yeah, this question is from NEET 2025. Now let me just now tell you what the question is. You can read it, of course, but I will just now summarize it. Now this is on heat transfer by conduction. Therefore, now there is now two walls. One is here hot end, and then cold end. This is now 3T temperature. This is now T temperature, and there are now three identical dimensions, whereas now conductivity will be different. Okay, now three rods, 1, 2, and 3. Conductivity is different, 2K, K, and 2K. Otherwise area of cross section as well length are all same identical. Now, interface temperature T1, T2. We are supposed to find the interface temperature ratio, the T1 by T2 we are supposed to find. Okay, now let's just now do it. Now the kind of a fast method by which you should attack this problem is what now I am going to now teach you. I am going to now simply now do the fast method of solving this particular problem and then getting the answer. Now we just follow it now and then try and practice. Now this is the way in which you should now approach the problem solving. You should not take unduly long time and then write down equations, etc. Generally, the solution given by coaching institution will be little bit elaborate because they want all students to understand how to solve the problem. Whereas now our target is different. We are supposed to solve the problem very quickly by fast method and then save a lot of time and then achieve good score. Therefore, now just watch how I am going to now attack the particular problem. Okay, now let me just now summarize again for a purpose. A hot end 3T temperature, cold end T, and then three identical conducting rods are in between. 2K, K, and 2K. Fine. Now how we will do it? Now the resistance will be inverse proportional conductivity. Therefore, now resistance will be in the ratio of 1 is to 2 is to 1. Okay, just watch. 1 is to 2 is to 1 resistance ratio. Therefore, now total ratio comes to 1 to 1 is equal to 4. Now for 4 resistance, now the drop is 3T to T is now 2T. 2T drop for 4 resistance. Therefore, each resistance means half T drop. And therefore, now this is now 1 is to 2 is to 1. Therefore, now drop here is half T, 1T, half T. Therefore, now half T drop means 3 minus half is 2.5 T here, and then 1 drop here 1.5 T. Therefore, now ratio asked for is temperature ratio between this and this, 2.5 by 1.5, 5 by 3. Tick it. This is the way I want you to now solve the problem. One more question. Now this is also is from NEET 2025. The plates of a parallel plate capacitor are separated by a distance t. So let me just now explain, let me just now summarize it. You can go through the question, of course. It's like this. Now there is a parallel plate capacitor. Now the slabs, now in which gap there are now inserted two slabs. One is dielectric constant K1, other is K2, and of course now other part is left as air capacitance itself. Then the thing is now total originally was distance D gap. Okay, now this is now one plate, another plate, right? Then gap was D initially, and then this particular dielectric slab is 3/8 times D. This slab is D by 2, that is, let me put it as 4 by 8 D. This of course is a balance which is D by 8, which is air only. Okay, air equal to 1. This is K2. Now it is also given that K1 equal to 1.5 K2, and then they want the value of K1. The value of K1 is required, therefore now straightway we will now convert now K2 in terms of K1 and then put it here. Therefore now this particular K2 I want to put it as, now instead of 1.25 K2 now becomes therefore now 0.8 K1. Okay, we just watch this. What is it? This now 5 by 4. 5 by 4 has gone that side. This now 5 by 4. Let me now show this. Now 5 by 4 has gone that side. Now 4 by 5. 4 by 5 is 0.8. Therefore, I want to put now K2 is equal to 0.8 K1 because we want final answer K1. Therefore, I don't want K2 here. That's the reason why now straight away I'm just putting it as 0.8 K1. Okay. Now let's now go back to how I'm going to solve the problem. Okay, just watch how I'm going to solve the problem. This is the way I want you to solve the problem in the examination. Don't waste time, don't linger on, don't write unnecessary equations. Necessary equations, yes, but then unnecessary equation writing will take a lot of time. Therefore, I want you to save a lot of time. Do by the fastest possible method, which I'm not going to teach you. You learn from this and then practice on your own and then pick it up. Okay, now let me just now come back to now what they want is they want the value of k1. Now they given one data is now due to this particular putting this particular slabs 1 2 and then leave the part as here. Now the capacitance have gone double. Okay, due to this capacitor becomes double. Therefore now this is where it is. Now how I'm going to now approach the problem is like this. Now the capacitor formula of course is epsilon naught A by now with the dielectric it is now d1 by, let me just write d1 by k1 plus d2 by k2 etc. Right now, therefore now I'm going to write now here like this. Now the thicknesses are in ratio. Let me now show this is now 3:4:1. Okay, and then the dielectrics ratio is K1 is to 0.8, K1 is to 1. Okay, therefore now I'm going to write like this. Now the epsilon naught A is going to comparison, therefore now that is going to be now since now this particular part left hand side is now going to be double of the air capacitance, I'm going to leave the epsilon naught A also because they're going to get cancelled out. Therefore I'll simply write 1 by, now let me just now write the gaps as 3 by k plus 4 by 0.8 k plus 1 by 1 equal to 2. Okay, 2 by 7. Okay, 3 4 8. Right? No? Okay, just watch what I'm writing. Now here is going to be what? 1 by 1. Therefore, now in this case, now the thickness I have taken as now 3:4:1. Therefore, now total thickness is 8. I am just putting it here. Understood how? Therefore, now 8 by 1 it will be strictly speaking. Okay, I'll just now repeat what is the logic. I don't waste time. I simply write because epsilon naught A is going to get cancelled out. Now therefore I'm not going to write epsilon naught A here. Simply put 1 divided by now the thickness I'll take it as now let us say now 3:4:1. Therefore simply now the throat thickness is going to be 8. Therefore 8 I'm going to put for the air capacitance. 8 by 1 is the right hand side, and then it is given that there is going to be now twice. Therefore I am just putting now twice. Okay, now let it be. Now come back to this particular denominator here. Therefore now 3 by k plus 4 by 0.8 k plus 1 by 1. Okay, right. Now it's like this now. Now simply now we know that the 4 by 0.8 k is equal to 5 by k. Therefore it is now 5 by k. Therefore now 8 by k. That means 8 by k plus 1 is going to be 4. Why? Because there's now 2 and 8 is going to become 1 by 4. That means 8 by k equal to 3. Therefore k is equal to 8 by 3. 8 by 3 is 2.66. Tick 2.66 answer. Understood? Okay, now this is the way I want you to know approach solving the problem in the examination. Quickly shortcut. Now this requires a good amount of practice. Generally what happens, NEET people are not very much equipped to handle mathematical fastness. But still, there is no other choice. Especially now 2025 has now proved to you that even if they give a easy question, it takes a lot of time because a lot of calculations is involved. There is no other go. You have to be fast at it. You have to practice it. Now, if you want any kind of a help on this particular kind of a shortcut methods of practicing mathematically, shortcutting, and then thinking fast, and then thinking easy without having to write down too many formulas and then too many this thing, then I will teach you also, okay, how to do that. I'll give you a lot of tips on this and how to practice, but then it is up to you. Okay, you need to practice. There is no other go. As I said, if you want good marks, there is no other shortcut to it. You need to practice and especially be fast on the calculations. Okay, thank you.